Hello, thank you for joining me today. My name is Keely Caniff, and I will be presenting Teaching Virtual Reality in Virtual Reality. The research purpose of this paper is to investigate the use of the virtual reality learning environments, or VRLEs, for the instruction of a virtual reality computer science course. The course has been previously taught in person, but for this particular semester it was taught online using a virtual reality learning environment. We sought to investigate what the students' experiences are from that experience and how it might compare to other online learning platforms as well as in-person learning experiences. A unique aspect to our research is that the course that was taught online in virtual reality is a computer science course on Introduction to Virtual Reality. So we wanted to see what the students' experiences might be given that they are learning about virtual reality in a virtual reality environment. The VRLE that we used for the research project is the free web-based Mozilla Hubs platform. It can be accessed through most devices with a web browser and with good internet access. The space can be easily customized to fit your classroom needs. The video on the screen, you can see that the student is able to navigate throughout the space as well as walk up to the lecture podium. They can interact with the professor through emojis, text, as well as voice. To take advantage of the spatial audio along with other features of the Hubs platform, we used their web-based level editor called Spoke. Within Spoke, we were able to position these screens away from each other so that students can group together and have discussions. We also allowed to have other objects in the space, such as a headset and a teacher's podium, so that way they acted as visual cues that the instructor could reference as gathering points. For our learning connection, we wanted to see how the design and general experience of learning in a virtual reality environment might be from a student's perspective. There were 30 students who self-enrolled into the course on virtual reality. They all had background either in technology or in media creation. They met in person in a standard lecture classroom for the first few weeks before they were handed the headsets and received some minor training on how to use the headsets. There were total 26 class sessions held in the virtual reality learning environment. From those classes, there's a mixture of group work as well as standard lectures. At the end of the course, the students met back in person to present the project that they completed. The final project that they had to complete was actually to design a virtual reality application in which they actually met in person to conduct a few user tests. At the end of the last class session, the students were invited to fill out an IRB-approved anonymous online questionnaire form. 27 of the 30 students completed some portion of the survey. The mixed method online survey included items such as Likert scale items and open-ended question and answer items. Our study primarily focused on the student perspective while learning in the virtual reality learning environment. The survey also asked about the design and layout of the virtual reality environment, such as the position of the podium, screens, as well as the general spatial audio of the environment. We also asked them to compare the experience with other online learning formats such as video web conferencing and even in-person learning experiences. The significant findings from the survey resulted in common themes such as having a greater sense of presence compared to other online learning. The students also felt that the topic of the course, which was learning about virtual reality, was very relevant to learning in virtual reality. Some of the other common themes was that the headsets became uncomfortable after wearing them for long periods of times during the class lectures. And the major significant finding was that the students found it very difficult to take notes inside the head-mounted display device, so they often came in on their computer or phone so that they could take notes on their computer or pen and paper. Another finding from the survey also resulted in some suggested improvements for teaching and learning in these online virtual reality experiences. Some of them include taking advantage of the three-dimensionality and that they would have the freedom as students to create and customize their own learning environment. In the future, we plan to investigate how other virtual reality platforms address the note-taking problem and how they might be able to, if they don't currently, how they might be able to take notes and easily export them for future review, and other teaching and presentation tools such as question queues and easier importation of slides will also be investigated. The other aspect that we plan to look into is how we could possibly design alternative classroom layouts for the students, as well as providing the students more ability to be able to customly design aspects of their learning environment. Given these findings from the study, as well as our plans for future investigation, we are excited for the future of virtual reality in education.